How we doing? I am your host, Robert T. Gardner Jr., also known as Dr. Rob. Welcome to Station BOB. And let me tell you a little about thee. I am a kid from a Harlem hood who turned out good. I got educated like I should. Now I know how to help you grow to become the best of your being in life, love, and work. With that said, I am here to provide you with some clarity associated with the perplexity of the challenges in your life, love, and work. So, without further ado, let's get down on it. Enjoy the show. Yes, how we doing? Welcome once again, my friend, to Station BOB, where you listen to learn how to become the best of your being in life, love, and work. And of course, I'm your host, Dr. Rob. What's going on? It's Saturday. Of course, I am filled with joy, enthusiasm, and I'm very excited today because today is the new segment at Station BOB. It's called Amanda and Dr. Rob Debate Gate. And I have Amanda here with me today. I'm excited about having her. She is an aspiring podcaster. And so I thought it'd be a good idea to help her get her feet wet by coming on the podcast and learning, the nooks and crannies of podcasting. And so we're going to discuss and debate a variety of topics. And the thing about Amanda, this topic today, we were debating the topic before she even showed up at the crib, so I'm like, Amanda, now slow your roll here, but I can't, you can't keep a good woman down, what I mean? Especially if they got their own thoughts. Absolutely. So today's topic is, do you think the man should be responsible or is responsible, for his wife or his significant other feeling secure in the relationship? And with that said, I'm going to introduce Amanda. Amanda, what do you have to say?
Hello, Dr. Rob. I want to say that I am appreciative of this opportunity with you inviting me to be on your podcast. I'm very enthused. I'm very excited, and I'm ready to discuss and debate.
Okay, well, I'm digging your energy there. Okay, so let's keep it going.
Awesome.
So, we had a different topic, but being that we were going back and forth so much texting on this whole idea, do you think the man is responsible for his woman or wife, you know what I'm talking about, feeling secure in the relationship? Well, to that, Amanda, I'm going to say a resounding no. And that is the woman's responsibility, and she should bring that to the relationship. And now I will say, what say you on that?
Well, Dr. Rob, I say that, yes, the man is responsible to a certain extent. Bringing security into the relationship, both of male and female, yes, I think that is something that should be bought. But when you come into the relationship as being secure, then what happens when you become insecure? How does that happen? What happens with that? So where does that come from? I believe that the man should make the woman, this may seem a little strong, but I think the man should keep allowing himself to be vulnerable to his woman, wife / significant other. Because if there's security brought into the relationship, then I believe that something has to be continuously done to keep that security. I don't think that it could just float on its own off into the sunset. I think, if if you get a good strong tide and you're in the water, then the boat will continue to float and continue to go, out to sea. But if you have no waves and you have no wind, what do you do then?
Okay. So let me just respond to that. So when you say that it should be the man's responsibility, is that what you're saying? That it should be the man's responsibility to help the woman? We know we're talking about wives and all this. So I'm just going to say the woman. We're talking about men and women.
Okay.
So you're saying that you think the question is, do you think the man is responsible for his woman feeling secure in the relationship? And so there are many reasons why I would say no to that, because for one, the woman has to already feel secure. If a man can give that to you, then he can take that away. Okay, that's number one. But number two, and this is even bigger than number one, is it your idea that all men are already secure because they are men? Like, where do you get the idea that the man is even secure himself? Because I'm just going to give you an example. I am a man. Okay. And I have plenty of male friends, but I'm just going to use the number 10.
Okay.
And if I have 10 male friends, I would say only at least 3 of them feel secure about themselves. So that means the other 7 are walking around doing what you're saying they should be doing, is helping a woman become secure when they themselves are insecure.
Okay.
So wait, the question to you though is, so are you saying then that men are automatically secure? Like, I mean, are you thinking, like, why is it, like, what is it about a man that he would be responsible for the security, for his woman feeling secure, just because he's a man?
No.
So then what?
No, because that's her significant other. If she's feeling secure going into the relationship, then something may have happened or that is happening to make her insecure. So if I don't think it would be something within herself, but it could be something that he could be doing or not doing.
Okay.
So when you have what he was doing in the beginning of the relationship to help her with her security or to add to the security, then he stops doing whatever it is and not replace that with something.
But hold on. You didn't answer the question. I'm saying, are you of the thought or the opinion that all men, because they are men, that they're automatically secure, that they feel secure?
No. So, I don't think that they're coming insecure or they're coming in secure. Coming in secure, not insecure. I'm saying, do you think that just because that a man is a man, he's a man, got to lead, got to be the provider, are you saying that because he's a man that he's automatically secure, so therefore he should teach his woman how to feel secure? What say you to that then? I'm saying that when a man sees that his woman is secure, then he should do things to cultivate that.
But you're still not answering the question. My question is, all men are not secure themselves. So if a man is not secure himself, how could he be responsible for his woman feeling secure? I just told you that I had I have plenty of male friends, but if I take 10, I could only think of 3, and I'm talking about some of these friends go back to childhood, okay? And I could think of only 3 who would feel secure and have good self-esteem. The other 7 are not in a good place. And so by you saying that the man be responsible, it assumes that the man is like automatically secure.
But you said that they both should come in, or the woman should come into the relationship secure.
No. What I'm saying is, you said I didn't say that. I said that before the podcast. What I'm saying is, I'm dealing with the question that is a man. Should a man be responsible for his woman feeling secure in a relationship? And you're saying yes to that, but I am saying, how could that be if all men are not secure themselves? And I'm asking you to answer that. How can an insecure man, and there are some insecure men out here now, because just being a man
manifests in different.
Yeah, just being a man don't make you automatically, secure, if you will. Right. So how can an insecure man make a woman feel secure? Okay.
So what he needs to do is he has some work to be done as well.
Okay.
He needs some work. But if she's coming insecure, then I feel like that he should pick up on her security and say, okay, well, she's a secure, strong woman. And you know what? What is it that I need to do to keep her like that?
But see, what I'm saying is something like self-esteem, happiness, feeling secure, those things, other people cannot give you those things. Those things, you have to have those things yourself. Because let me ask you this. To you, what does it mean to be insecure? Because being insecure, it starts way before this man met this woman. She didn't just turn insecure yesterday. Right. Insecurity starts in many cases, and I'm talking many cases. In
many ways.
No, it starts in childhood. So if you are 29 and you're a woman and you're feeling insecure, and so I'm a man, I'm 32 or 27, whatever. We both adults, and so you've been insecure for your entire life. And so now here I come trying to make you feel secure about life and in our relationship, and you felt insecure in all of your other relationships. It's not going to change because you met me. An insecure person is an insecure person. What I'm trying to say to you, insecurity is not like a moment. That's not sometimes you'll be like, oh, I got to do a presentation at work today. And, so I'm a little nervous, but once you get started, you good and you're your regular self. But insecurity, self-esteem, happiness, those are not like momentarily things. Those are things that you have to bring that into the relationship, because if you don't, that's what leads to dysfunctional relationships. People feeling insecure because you're not going to trust me. So how can I help you trust me?
Actions speak louder than words.
Okay.
So when you show me, okay, honey, I'm going out to get some bread. I might stop over, one of the boys' house. We're just going to watch a game real quick. While you're there, call me. Everything okay?
Okay.
I'm there.
So what if I don't call you because the game is so good? The game, the game was so exciting. I forgot.
But you get up and you go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah,
during that exciting game,
just to hurry back, because I went to the bathroom for the commercial.
Well, and while you're in the bathroom, you say, "Hey, babe, listen, this game is really good. I just want to call and check on you, make sure you're okay."
Okay,
that helps to build that security that she already has. That helps to let her know that you are thinking about her, that you are concerned, and that within itself, as a woman, I'm just speaking as a woman's point of view. That's going to make me feel like, okay, all right, cool.
So now, let me ask you. So what if he doesn't call? How is that going to make you feel?
That'll make me feel like, okay, well, he could have reached out with a text or something. I don't think the game was that good.
So now you're not feeling good, and you feeling probably less than, or like
no,
what?
No. I'm not going to say less than. No.
So then, what are you feeling then?
I'm feeling just like, well, he could have called or just let me know, and it may not even be in a realm of saying, oh, well, I don't, I can't believe he didn't call me. No, it could be like, well, everything is okay. I hope everything's okay over there. Because we are, some of us, I'm not going to speak, I can't speak for everybody. Some of us are, we kind of worry. We, as a black man out driving to and from, and the way that things are today in age, we worry. So when you have your significant other that's out and an hour and a half, 2 hours go by and no communication, that's going to make me worry a little bit. That's going to make me, kind of say, well, geez, he didn't. And then if that becomes but then I would communicate to him and let him know that from now on, babe, hey, listen, the next time you're out with the guys hanging out and everything, could you just shoot me a text? Let me know you're good. I'm good.
Okay, that just sounds like a bit much, though. Now let me just say this.
Really?
I'm an avid football fan.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when I met Valerie, my wife, I said, listen, do you like football?
Mm-hmm.
I said, because if you don't like football, that's going to be a problem. You don't have to watch the game, but you need to understand that I'm going to be on Sunday. I'm all about football.
Okay.
And so when I leave, I watch the games at home now, but I'm from New York, so I have friends that, say, hey, you come in. They invite me to their homes to watch the games, or I have been going to sports bars. When I go watch the games, I do not call my wife. I do not call her because, I could, but it's like, as an adult, you just want to be free of all of that. It's like to have your woman, it's like if a person wants to call you, they will call you. And the more you ask, the less they will do. You understand? And I'm telling you, the way relationships work, and it's a game, when you're young, the way relationships work, and I had to learn this the hard way because I don't play games, but I understood, because my friends, like when I was in my early 20s, I used to get dumped a lot, because I was real nice to the girls, doing all the nice things. And my friends used to tell me, yo, Bob, you got to dog the honeys, If you don't dog them, they don't like you. Well, there is some truth to that, but I'm not the type of dude. You would agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. So we're on to something. So I'm not the type of, individual that dogs women or mistreats women. But what I did learn about the game of relationships is that you have to be unavailable. Okay, so because being unavailable, for some reason it makes you more attractive. Because if you get caught right away, because what used to happen to me is I used to, I'd be dating a young lady, I don't know, several weeks or a couple of months, and we having sex and we going out, and then I'm like, girl, I love you. Next thing I know, bang, that's the dial tone. She hanging up or not interested. Like. People don't want to be the hunt. They don't want the hunt to end. Right. But what I'm saying to you, as if it's okay, like for your woman to say, call me when you get there. There's just nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it becomes like burdensome, when it's like, if I don't call you, I got to hear about it. You're messing up.
That's when it becomes
you're messing up you're messing up my whole game thing. I can't even enjoy the game.
But that's something different. That's something different because if halftime, there's a halftime, right? But
what you're saying is, in order for you to feel secure, your man would have to call you when he's got the game. That's what we talked about.
I said, shoot me a text or let me know that he's okay. Well, so and me asking him. No, I'm going to communicate to him that's something that I feel like, hey, babe, just you know what I mean? Just shoot me a text. Let me know you okay. This is all I'm concerned about.
And that would help you feel secure?
That would give me a little more security. Like I said, it's not all about, is he cheating? Is he this and that? That's a whole other issue. Mm-hmm. I'm concerned with his safety.
His safety?
Yes.
Okay.
His safety.
Well, you could be at home and not be safe. A bullet could come through the window.
Then that's more the more reason. Thank you for proving my point, sir.
No, that's really not proving your point. My point is that
he should call and he should
you have to let him. You have to let him live. You have to let him live. Let him go watch the game.
Let him live. Yes, but you know what? It's not about keeping a chain or tight, close rein on him. No, it's not about that. Mm-hmm. But because I feel like when you're in a relationship, then you should. Now, this is just my thoughts only. It's my thoughts only. You should have a level or a degree of saying, you know what? If she went out with her girls, I wouldn't want her to not let me know she's not okay. This is just me. This is just my thoughts. But because sometimes you have to put yourself in their shoes. So if she was going out, if I'm going out and I'm not calling him and I'm 2 and 3 hours and I'm hanging out with the girl or we're watching whatever show that's on, we're having our gal, wine and dine or whatever we do, you know what I mean? Women talk. And I don't even text him or anything. Me personally, I would be like, I wouldn't want him to do that to me. So let me just shoot him a quick text. We're good. You know what I mean? We're hanging out. We're really enjoying ourselves.
See, that's the whole issue with insecurity. That is, and so it's of your opinion, right, of your mind that
my perspective,
that a man should be responsible for. Should a man? Well, whose responsibility it is to be happy? Is it a man's responsibility to help a woman to be happy, or is it the woman's responsibility to be happy on her own? How do you see that?
Both.
Both?
Both.
Okay, well, this is what I say to that.
Okay.
Your happiness is your responsibility. Because if your happiness...
To a certain extent.
No. To the fullest extent. Because if your happiness is tied to me, it will always fluctuate.
Nah.
You have to be happy within yourself, because hold on, I'm gonna just make the point. Because if your happiness depends, I'm just take your same scenario.
Okay.
If your happiness depends on the idea that I'm going to a football game where I'm going to lose my mind watching my team win or lose, and I'm with all my boys and we drinking beer and we just laughing and talking about old times, and I don't call my woman because I'm having a good time, for God's sake. Okay. So, but if your happiness is tied to whether or not I call you, you will never be happy. So the reason why your happiness is your responsibility, because happiness comes from within. It doesn't come from the outside. And most good things, work best from the inside out. And I'm going to give this back to you in a second. It's like, if I give you an iPhone 15, you're excited in the moment. You're like, oh man, my baby gave me an iPhone 13. You're all excited about that. So now it's 4 days later, the joy of the iPhone has worn off. Where are you going to get the rest of your happiness from?
Let me see. Let me think about that one for a second. So then I will download more apps. I'll talk to other people about what this new iPhone can do. I will continue to try to do things with the iPhone to make it more appealing, to make it more to add to the happiness that I had in the beginning.
Okay. So do you believe that happiness is a choice, or it just kind of...
No, I believe happiness is a choice.
Okay. So my point is then a man or another woman, if you have to rely on somebody else to be happy, you will not be happy at all. Well,
happier.
No, you will not be happy no, I'm going to say happier. You know why? Because it's like we have to depend on the weather, whether or not we're going to have that barbecue outside. We got everybody coming over, and we have the pool. The pool is running, but they're threatening thunderstorms. And so, we don't have a lodge where people can go inside if it rains. So if it rains, I have to call or text 100 people to say, this is the rain date, or, we're going to do this next week. Okay. Right. Because we'd have to depend on the weather, right? To, if it's a blizzard, everybody goes to the supermarket and loses their mind to buy bread, eggs, milk, water, snacks. Okay. Because they're dependent on the weather so that they could be, have the stuff they need and not get snowed in. So the same would be true if you depend on another person to make yourself happy. Another person Let me ask you
I'm not
this.
saying happy.
And no, we're talking happiness. But let me just ask you this.
Okay.
Because see, everybody is not happy. And so suppose the man himself is not happy. How can he make you happy?
This is when you find that out during the dating process. To find out whether this guy is for you or not. He's never happy. He's never this. He's never. This is.
But
not
when do
for
you
me.
find that out? Yeah, I'm glad you brought the. When do you find that out? After you have sex or before you have sex?
Before, of course, because you get to know this guy.
But how do you get to know him? I'm glad you brought that up.
Time.
But
you
how?
spend time. You conversate. You communicate.
But what should you want to know about him that would help you find out if he is happy? Because there are some things.
I got to watch his actions.
Like what? Like what? Because in the beginning, as they say,
honeymoon stage, yeah.
No, in the beginning, they say, people usually send their representative. You know what I'm saying? That means that person, he's pulling out the chairs, he's doing all the, the bells and whistles to impress you, the first 3 or 4 days. But that's not enough to find out.
Of course not. I'm talking 3 or 4 months. And if he's willing to stick around and not have the
So you have a man, what's that? The Steve Harvey 90-day rule that you got going there?
So that's I have my own set of rules that I have to. Your actions will tell me everything I need to know. I just have to allow it time. So now what time frame that is, that depends on the individual. That's something that each person has their own limit on their expiration date on. But me personally, I don't have a set time frame. Mm-hmm. I'm going to allow that person to show me who they are. Tell me who they are. It could take 6 months. It could take 8 months. It could take a year and a half. But if they're willing to stick around without the fringe benefits, air quotes, then okay, all right, well, let's see where this goes.
But in reality, it doesn't work like that. Most people, we in bed, adults, we in bed sometimes after the first night at the bar. Nah. But even more realistically, I know when I was coming up 2 weeks and it was, we in.
Catch me in my 20s. Now that might have been a
No, I'm just saying 2 weeks, a couple of good dinners, and we in there. We waking up in the morning at the crib. There's no 2 weeks. Okay. So
you're
I don't know.
Older and wiser now.
This whole
I am.
7 months. Well, let me help you understand, because see, if you kind of scaring me, because if you are that reliant, because on what a man is supposed to do, that means that you're
the one for me.
Huh?
He ain't the one for me then.
No. What I'm saying is, you're saying that a man is, also a man has something to do. I'm saying that happiness is your responsibility.
Not 100%.
No, it is.
No,
it is. Well, who?
No, because if the significant other is in your life, okay, all right. So, and you're happy. He's happy in the beginning. Okay, don't you think that's going to dissipate afterward? The level of it's going to drop a little bit.
That's why you have to have your own happiness, because you're not going to be happy every.
You too, right? No.
You're not going to be happy to say at the same level every day.
No, you know. But you want to keep a level of happiness.
And how do you do that? And how do you do that?
Because then, great question. That's when you say, you know what, babe, you like roller skating? Okay, let's go roller skating. Even if you were really not a good roller skater. Babe, you like to play pool? Oh, all right, I'm not the best pool player, but I could probably whip your tail. Make it fun, make it interesting. The same thing you did to get her and to keep her, you got to do to keep her. Okay. So when you have that level of fun, when you have that level of lightness, then that's where the happiness starts to sprout even more.
But what if he's not doing that? Are you going to be sad because he's not doing?
On to the next.
No. You're married now, so it's not on to the.
So you're married.
So you're married now.
It.
So he's not doing. You're not going roller skating,
okay,
and you're not doing those things. So what are you going to do to sustain your own happiness?
Then we sit down and we have a conversation. Oh, as far as my own.
So now you're going to make him.
No.
You're going to make him make you happy.
I didn't let you finish. I apologize. Okay. I didn't let you finish. I apologize.
All right.
I am going to continue to do what it is that makes me happy. So, and in hopes that that's going to
Well, so
Ignite the fire.
you understand what you're saying. Then you understand what you're saying. You said that you're going to do what continues to make you happy, right? So whose responsibility would that be then?
In a
I'm
relationship,
waiting. I'm waiting. Who's
in a relationship,
Yeah.
in a relationship, Dr. Rob, it's going to be because I'm going to want him to be happy as well. I'm going to do what I need to do to help him be happy as well. And if he doesn't want to do the things, then I'm going to do some things that are going to keep me happy, but I'm going to include him. I'm going to make it an assertive effort to help him, to include him into what it is that I'm doing to make myself happy.
Well, you know what I'm seeing here, and it's okay, but I think your ideas about like men and relationships is the idea that people come to relationships happy, and they don't, and we're going to talk about that more. I'm going to let a promo in, and then we're going to pick up this discussion about, because I have a theory, and I've researched this theory. It's called relationship readiness. And I'm going to say that most people are not even ready for relationships and not even aware that they are not ready for relationships. And I'm going to hit you with that when we come back on the other side of the break.
Have you read any good books lately? Your host, Robert T. Gardner Jr., also known as Dr. Rob, is the author of 3 great books. In his first book, The Choices We Make, Robert takes a look at relationships to help readers learn how to have a good relationship with themselves before they can have good relationships with others. In his second book, Access Denied, Robert brings an eye-opening perspective about what happens to children and fathers when their relationships with the mothers of their children end on bad terms. Robert explores what he calls child porn, when a parent, usually the mother, uses a child as a weapon to hurt the other parent. Robert provides a Let Go lab in his book to help parents find positive ways to resolve their issues in the best interest of their children. Light Up Your Life is Robert's latest book. Robert writes about the fact that we are all born with a special God-given talent. Even though we are all born with a special talent, most of us miss our true calling. In this book, you will learn how to find your special talent and light up your life so that you can become the person you were born to be and live a more fulfilled, purpose-driven life. Books are available at barnesandnobles.com, amazon.com, and Robert's website, relationshipreadiness.org. Thank you, and back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Hey, I think Amanda's doing all right. What say you? All right, she's busting my chops here, and I'm a little concerned though. So I'm gonna have to just really, hone in, and hopefully I can enlighten her and you as well. So as I was saying, because of my own bad experiences in relationships, I dated, as everybody did when I was a young man. I used to like the pretty girls, the petite ones with the long hair and all of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And what I found during that time is, these girls, they would be very attractive, but either they were angry, lonely, not feeling good. They felt abandoned. All kind of feelings. And so a lot of these pretty women turned out to be pretty ugly because inside, they look good on the outside, but inside they were lacking self-esteem. They were lacking feeling secure. And I tried to help them with that too. You can do it. You can be all of this. No. That was a colossal waste of time. And so what I have found, if people don't have it, you can't give it to them because they first have to recognize that they don't have it. You can't, a man or a woman to a man. I mean, it's the worst thing. Believe me, I've had my share of pretty ladies. Okay. And most of them, I mean, some of them were nice, but for the most part, like I said, they were either angry, depressed, dull and boring.
Unhealed emotional wounds.
Exactly.
And they carried that.
So exactly. So this whole idea of being relationship ready, you see, because the reason, because there's many reasons why people feel insecure, but the kind of insecurity that I am talking about, and I hope that you are talking about, is the insecurity that comes from childhood. And those things start when, like, if your parent doesn't even respond to you in a consistent, timely way when your diaper is wet, or if if you don't get fed on time, if you don't get the hugs, if there's no consistent nurturing. See, nurturing is what makes you feel good and trust. With the lack of nurturing is what leads to feeling insecure, lacking trust, having low self-esteem. So now this starts from childhood. Okay.
Sometimes, yeah.
No. Many times. It's not.
I wouldn't say 100% of the time. I would say sometimes.
Amanda,
and I agree with you.
Let me just say this. Now, did you know I'm a social worker, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I do this. This is what I do.
Okay.
And relationships is what I do. And so this happens a lot. The domestic violence is out of control.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what happens why domestic violence is out of control? Because insecure men, jealous men, when you're jealous, you're insecure. When you're insecure, you lack trust. So this is what I'm saying to you, that every man is not happy. And every man is not secure. So if every man is not happy and if every man is not secure, there's no way in HELL that he can help a woman feel more secure. So
I don't believe that every man is not happy.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
But I didn't say that.
Okay.
What I'm saying, I said that domestic violence is out of control.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's
I'll
out of
agree with you on that.
Men are killing, and I'm not saying that all men are bad. That's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I'm talking about, this is a fact. This is not my opinion. Okay. You can watch the news, and by God, at least, I mean, some of the stories are not reported, but men are killing their women, girlfriends that want to break up with them because they were beat up and constantly beat while they were pregnant, so on and so forth. I was married to a woman who was abusive. And this is how I got into this whole thing. And I started looking at this. And so these issues related to feeling insecure, lacking trust, lacking self-esteem, not being lots of that happens when we are 2, 3, and 4, and 5 years old. Okay? And it happens for different reasons. Some of us get molested. Some of us don't know our fathers. Some of us, the person we love the most died. So there are lots of reasons that people feel insecure and lack trust.
I'll agree with that.
Right. And so now, hold on, let me just finish. So now, right? So now I've had these things happen to me in my life, whatever they were. Maybe my uncle touched me inappropriately and I never told anybody. But now I don't trust anybody. I don't feel good. I've been violated. So now I'm 26 and I'm all beautiful and everything, but I'm still hurt from what happened 25 years ago. So now the man too, perhaps, Uncle Bill touched his little pee-pee and did some inappropriate things. So he's not feeling good either, but he looked good because he's 6'3" and he got all the muscles in all the right places, and he might even be, abundantly endowed. But, B-U-T, he is unhappy, even though he is fine as Denzel Washington and all the other good-looking men, including myself, in the world. So we look good, but we don't feel good. And so you cannot, and you should not, as a woman or another person, expect that somebody else should make you happy or help you feel secure. You will never get there. You will never get there.
In a relationship, I think that the security that's brought in can be maintained, I think, by his actions.
But what if I'm a woman
or
a man and I don't feel secure? so how can it be maintained if I don't have it? Like, how's it go? Just because I call you at a football, I'm with the boys. Okay. So now I'm with my boys. I'm like, oh damn, let me call my girl. So she, that's what happened. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be 2 minutes left to go in the game. The game is tied and everybody's watching and you realize that you did not call your girl. You're like, oh damn, I gotta call.
You don't have to
call Amanda. So now you're feeling like, damn, I gotta call Amanda. I'll be like, yo, babe, this is me. I'll tell you, I'll call you later. And then you're gonna be like, wow, you didn't take the time, to say anything. You just rushed. You didn't even want to call me. And so, but I'm doing this. I'm calling Amanda to help Amanda feel secure, but I cannot do enough to help Amanda feel secure because you will never be secure if you rely on a man or anybody to help you feel secure.
But you're not doing it to help me feel secure. You're doing it to let me know that you're okay.
But you don't need to know. Listen, the game is on. If the game is on, God damn it, I'm okay. Okay? If the game is on, I'm okay. Okay?
I don't know that. How am I going to know that? How am I going to know that if you don't communicate to me with a text or with something, with anything?
So what are you saying? So when I go to take a poop, I'm wiping my butt. Do I need to text you from the toilet?
No, you can text me after you wash your hands.
Like what is this? What is this? So I'm a grown man, right? I'm a grown man. I'm 6'3", 250, all of that. And I got this woman worrying about me like she's my mother.
Listen,
no, men don't want that.
You can be 6'5", 6'9". You could be built. You could be, all the muscles in all the right places. But a bullet or a knife can hurt.
But listen, where you coming from? That why I got to be?
Anything can happen at any given time.
But I'm just say
okay,
for me,
if the game is doing good and the game is going good, people, your boys get riled up and y'all start, y'all start, and then somebody drunk and attitude and and anything can happen.
But see what you're doing there now, Amanda. Not only are you now I got to help you feel secure, but now you're bringing negativity. Like we know that we're going to die one day. Unfortunately, matter of fact, I cannot even believe a guy like me is going to die. I mean, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna die one day.
I'm the same way.
But okay. But the point is that I don't want to be reminded of that. I'm going to watch a game, and if along the way I get pulled over because I have a broken tail light and the cops shoot me, or whatever happens because I'm going to Harlem where I'm from, then that's going to be what it is. But I don't want the whole. See, positive people who feel secure, right? We don't think. We don't think like that. I might say to my wife, "Babe, I'm going to Harlem." She'd be like, "Okay, babe, she says, stay safe," and I do the best I can, but that's out of my control. But to have that person already presenting, and that's what insecurity does.
That's what if they know.
If they know what?
I'm asking my significant other just to let me know that he's okay. Everything's good. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking.
So how many times do I have to? How many times do I? I'm just saying, if I'm the guy, okay. How many times do I have to let you know I'm okay? Before the game, during the game, and after the game?
On your way to the game, before the game, during the game. No.
You probably dead serious. You scaring me.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No. A quick text. I'm here. I'm going to, we about to watch the game.
So why can't you, while I'm watching the game, why can't you call your mother, go get your nails done, get your hair done, and so you don't have to worry that I'm okay because you doing you while I am doing me.
You never said that I wouldn't.
No, but what I'm saying is, why do it's bad enough? I don't know whether my team is going to win or lose. Okay, isn't that enough for the man to handle?
That enough on my shoulders?
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough. I don't know if my team is going to win or lose. Now I got to call you too.
Yes. No, you don't have to call. I said
because I know I'm gonna hear about it. I know I'm gonna hear about it.
No. A quick text. That's all, babe. Good.
Okay, so suppose
I'm
I
good, babe. Okay.
left my phone in the
Thumbs
car
up.
and I don't text you. What happens
have
when I
time,
get home?
then
What
have
happens when
time.
I get home?
When you
I'm
get
all-
home, you
I'm-
already know. I don't have anything to say because you already know what I have communicated to you.
So now my team won, and I can't wait to go home and see my baby. You know what I'm saying? That I forgot to text. So I come in the crib, I'm like, Amanda, y'all, we won. Yeah. So what
and I'm
happened?
gonna be like, yes, I know. Did you see that last play?
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, nah, well, yeah, well, it was a good game, but I, you didn't call me. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
But the next time you go to hang out with them, I'm gonna say, babe, just let me know you're good. Let me know you're good.
Yeah. See, I know me and you we would break up. We would break up, Amanda. We would break up. I just told you that
It would be done. It would be over.
Can you not understand that I have to worry about whether my team is going to win or
that
not?
Comes with time. Like I said, time will tell you everything you need to know about a person. Then I'll be like, okay, all right. Well, I know he's such a football fanatic fan.
Exactly.
All right. So if he forgets every now and then, that's cool. It's no problem. If he loses, then if his team loses, then that's fine. Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to give him a little pep talk when he comes home.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this because
that's helping you to be happy.
No. This is but I want to help you to be because I know how to be happy. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Happy too.
What?
Happier.
Excuse me. I think I forgot my thought. My thought is that what if you don't ask him to call or text and then he does?
I'm going to feel great.
Exactly.
I'm going to feel greater.
So
I'm gonna
right.
feel better.
Because see, what I'm saying is, in a way, you set yourself up for failure or for no. Listen, no, you got to let me finish.
I'm listening.
If you guys could see her face when I said that, I mean, I'm gonna have to start doing this on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because Amanda is making all kind of expressions. She's like, "Who is this guy?" But you guys know who this is. This is Dr. Rob, and they know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So, don't you think it would be? Would you feel better if you didn't say just this one Sunday? Okay. That you say, you know what? He didn't text me last week and he didn't text me the week before because of that damn football game, right? So,
okay.
so you say, now I'm not going to say anything to him. And then he gets
about it.
Right. You're not going to say anything to him about texting you. You're just going to kiss him goodbye. He's going to be on his merry way. And then he calls you. How would that make you feel?
That would make me feel that, okay, he got my message through the communication that I'm just concerned. I'm not worried about what he's doing, where he's going. He told me where he was going. I trust him.
See, you putting you all down in the weeds with it. You should be just happy that he thought about you. He called. It's like, wow, I didn't even have to tell him he called me. But this has been already communicated prior to. But remember when I said, like, by asking him or, requesting, in a way you set yourself up for failure. And I don't mean failure. I'm talking about like for disappointment, because if he doesn't text you, then that's going to be a little downer. I don't care what you say. I know that's going to be, if you say to him, hey, text me, babe, when you get there, and he doesn't text, you're going to be home.
I'm going to text him. You
right,
good?
Right.
You
but
good?
But
then
what if he doesn't
says,
answer? What if he doesn't answer? What if he doesn't answer?
Then I'm going to be a little concerned.
Exactly.
Like, okay, concerned. But I've already communicated
but that's setting yourself up for failure, as opposed to letting him go out the door, and then he's like, oh, damn, you know what? Let me call my girl. Not because you said to call him.
I didn't. No. Let's retract. I will never ask, and I would never say, call me. Or could you call me?
Well, you said
I would communicate. I would communicate to him that it would make me feel comfortable that you text me and let me know you got there, you good. It's because I do worry. Just because.
See, Amanda, you are really making the point. It would make you feel comfortable, and that is the real point. That a man
more comfortable.
Well, listen, whether it's more or less, what you're saying is it would help you feel comfortable that just that idea that your comfort is dependent on somebody else, and we just talking
That's
the
why I
text.
say more.
No, we just
Because
talking.
my comfort is not depending
No,
upon
but we just talking the text. We just talk. So
something minor, right?
right. But what I'm saying is something that minor could lead to you feeling discomfort and wondering. So now you're texting me. So now this is me on the other side looking at my phone. Damn. She's sweating me like this. Then your boys,
You
I don't
wouldn't do
care
that.
what my boys say.
You wouldn't do that.
No.
You wouldn't do that because you know what? Because our relationship would be good enough. Like, I forgot to call. I forgot to text my babe real quick. Bam. Yep.
Oh,
good.
so now you in his mind. Now you know how he's.
Because I've already let
Well,
him
what
know.
kind of guy you dated? That how you don't know that? So now you know
course
how
he
he's
would.
going to feel.
Of course he would.
So I can see that we are not getting anywhere on this, and this is scary, in so many ways. But if I could leave you with anything on this, as we're going to go for a few more minutes, but
Okay.
But if I could leave you with anything on this, because like you're saying, if this whole not texting you, that could become a thing in the relationship that doesn't have to become a thing, because what you're talking about is your comfort, or you're feeling more comfortable or less comfortable. And really, it's like that creates layers that you don't have to have. Just let them go to the game, kiss them goodbye, and let them go to the game. Then you're like, well, I'm worried about his safety, my safety. Yeah, we all worried about our safety. We know that it's not safe. No place is safe. The mall, Walmart, and there's no place that's safe. Elementary schools, we get that. But we still have to live. So if you bring in like that grandmother kind of, babe, I just want to know that you all right. Listen. Leave me alone. So you don't want that. And if that is what's going to make you happy, you will never
Happier.
Happier. Okay, whatever.
I'm already
But
happy.
what I'm saying, if that's going to make you feel securer or more secure or happier,
Okay.
then you are relying on somebody else to make you feel more secure, and it
Not
shouldn't.
100% though.
But see, it shouldn't be 0%. Your feeling
opinion.
secure is your responsibility. That's your response. Well, listen. Why do I have to help you feel secure? Now, I'm going to love you and everything, but if you don't feel secure, you will never feel secure. What happens is, I'll say, babe, my job is having a little conference and, I want you to go. So now I'm at work, I'm hobnobbing, I'm introducing you, but people are stopping me, Dr. Rob, I want to ask you a question. I'm talking to women, I'm talking to men, and now you might be standing by yourself, and so now you're like, oh man, he's over there, he done forgot about me and what's happening. You're not feeling, because I gotta be there with you every minute to help you feel secure.
No. Once you introduce me to one or two people, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a conversation with them. And then I'm going to have a conversation with this one. You'll find yourself looking for me more so because I'll be socializing within that business function.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm going to be dependent like on your arm and where is he and oh my gosh, don't leave me here in the room. No. I can hold my own in a room. I can hold my own in a function. So that wouldn't be an issue for me.
Okay, so
For some it may. And some may react like you just said.
Well, just to bring it on in, so you, after all of that debate, we almost came to blows up in here. Are you still of the mind that the man, should be responsible for his woman feeling secure in the relationship?
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's even with the understanding that all men don't feel secure themselves. So how can an insecure man help an insecure or woman who is feeling insecure, whatever it is? How can an insecure man help an insecure woman feel secure?
Because
that would never work.
If a secure woman is secure, then he's going to see that. If he's with her long enough and he sees and he's around her long enough, I feel that he
But
would
if
see
I'm
that.
insecure, I can't recognize that you're insecure
You're
because
going to recognize something, and you may not know it's security, but you're going to recognize something. She moves differently. She talks differently. She speaks differently. Like, what is that? That I feel like that would intrigue him to say, let me watch a little more. Let me hang out a little more. And he may go to other women that are insecure and do whatever. That's why I said I would have to give that time. You know what I mean? I would have to have that time period, that time frame to let those actions speak louder than his words.
One more question before we wrap this up. So
Okay.
are you of the mind that the man in a relationship that the man, can cure all the woman's emotional deficits and needs? Is that what you're telling me?
No, not at all. Not
Okay.
at all.
So what do you think about gender roles? Maybe we should pick that up the next time around. You think gender roles should exist in relationships?
No.
Okay. Well, you're confusing me now, but we don't want to go into that right now. No, we don't want to go into that right now because I'm saying if the man is, if he's got to take care of your inner needs.
Because you know why? When you say gender roles, I think of household. I think of I hear household. I hear out of the house duties. I hear in the house duties. That's when gender roles. When you say with the gender roles, that's what I hear.
Okay, folks. Well, you can see where this is going. This is probably going to be nonstop. And
Absolutely.
So, I want to thank Amanda for bringing, all of herself to this debate. And I think, you did a great job. It was really good. I don't know that we got any answers. Hopefully, somebody heard something that one of us, said. But before we wrap it up, is there anything you'd like to say in closing, Amanda?
I would like to say thank you, Dr. Rob, for this opportunity to just be heard and to listen to what you have to say. I appreciate it 100%.
Well, thank you so much for, taking the time to give it a shot. What do you think about podcasting? Is this something that you would, still consider doing?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And are you going to argue with your audience?
I wouldn't argue. I call it a debate.
Okay. All
debate
right.
gate.
All right. Debate gate. So let's give it up for Amanda's first time out at the podcast. Yes, I would have to second that. I would definitely have to second that. And so I want to thank you all for tuning in once again, my friend, for walking with us, driving with us, possibly listening to us on your Peloton. However you have listened to this podcast, I want to thank you for your support. And we're going to come back once again with another topic to debate, and I cannot wait. And so until the next time we meet, remember that love is an action, not a word, and it's not supposed to hurt. Peace. As we wrap up this show, I hope this topic helped you to grow. And now you know a little bit more than you knew before. If you have any questions about this topic, please email me at changeagentrtg@gmail.com. See my website, relationshipreadiness.org, to learn more about my counseling, consulting, and educational programs related to life, love, and work. Finally, in the words of the late, great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or song, if I can show somebody he is traveling wrong, then my living will not be in vain. Until we meet again, do the right thing when nobody is looking. Peace, beloved.